All right, unsure what happened there. We're getting here with heat number 1. Hopefully. We see them all coming around here. Green flag is out. 8 drivers out there. There we go. I'm getting this all connected back again. Hopefully it will reconnect like it should. All right, mine did. I don't know if this one will or not, so give me a moment here. We should be back live here at the Speedway. Not sure what's going on here. Hopefully it comes back live on the multi-stream. We'll see. They come back off the turn here. 6 laps to go. Now it looks like that has corrected itself. They come out of the corner. Bachman out there in front. As we head on down through here. Hopefully everybody stuck through me through that hiccup. And we got 4 laps to go. Grundy out there in front. Bachman there second. Here comes the 23, William Watson. Templeton working on that high side. Getting off the corner. He's going to take that 3rd spot at the moment. As they work down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Watson there in the bottom side. Trying to get the grip he needs. Yeah, they come there off the corner, side by side, down through the front stretch. Grundy out there in front. Bachman there second, Templeton there third. Watson in fourth. Working down that back straightaway. Dean Reynolds back here in fifth. 2 to go as they come here off of 4. It'll be last lap now for Joseph Grundy in that 5:18 as he works down here off of turn number 4. Templeton having issues as he's up there against that outside wall. Broken, he now brings it up and parks it. They come here off turn number 4. It is Grundy with the win. Bachman there second. And William Watson there in fourth. All right, here we go now. Getting ready for heat number 1 results. Hopefully it'll bring them up. Heat 1. Gonna be Joseph Grundy getting the win with Sam Bachman there second. William Watson third. Dean Reynolds fourth. Jeff Barker there fifth. Mike Weeda there in sixth. Kurt Schatzer there in seventh. Brandon Templeton in eighth. Here for heat number 2, it's gonna be Brian Dickens with Clay Christopherson there in second. Mike Brewer there third. Trevor Carew there in fourth. Scott Rione there in fifth. Bob DeGood there sixth. David Trumansky there seventh. Stephen Bixler in eighth. That is going to be heat number 2. Eight laps to go. Pace car down on the bottom side. Here they go, working here off. Down through the front straightaway in the corner number 1. We're going down here off the corner at 122 there. Brian Dickens sliding up, but the 51 there of Chris Tarbison's getting through. A little bit of banging there through turn number 4. Brewer gets out to the lead. Dickens there hangs on there for second so far. Now he looks underneath. Brewer down here through turn 3 and 4. We saw both lanes so far working out. Chris Tarbison ends up broke down there in the pits. And head there off of 2 down that back straightaway. Riome there in 4th. The Good there in 5th. Brixler there in 6th. David Tomansky there in 7th as they head on back through here. Off the start-finish line. Down in the corner number 1 and 2. 5 to go here in heat number 2. They work down here off the corner. They see that 122 there, Brian Dickens. Working off a turn forward, back down the front straightaway. Guru there in 2nd. Mike Brewer out there in front. Scott Riome there for it. Bob DeGood there in 5th. Stephen Bixler there 6th. David Tomansky there in 7th. They work on back down here out of turn number 4. Everybody worked down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Mike Brewer there 3rd. Now up to 2nd. Brewer now up, as we said, up there in the 2nd. Dickens bows back in the 3rd. Tries to get that bottom side to work, but that high side just a little bit better, it seems, as they come there off the corner. Brewer there on the top side. Dickens there in the middle there as Riome now tries that real bottom lane. Here we got 2 laps to go here in through 3 and 4. Coming around to get the white flag. Down through the front straight away. Here we go. Trevor Guru out front. Mike Brewer there 2nd. Brian Dickens in 3rd. Scott Riome there in 4th as they headed on down the backstretch. Mike Brewer there 2nd. Brian Dickens there in 3rd. They headed on down here out of the corner. Great job. In the corner number 1 and 2, you got the 75, Trevor Guru getting the win. Mike Brewer there in 2nd. That is heat number 2 here tonight. All right, getting set here. I'm going to see how it all plays out. We got warm-ups going on right now. We'll be back in just a moment.
These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and it got really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash, found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken, I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
All right, back here at the track, getting ready for the final grid here tonight. Brought to you by iRacing Trackside. Joseph Grundy will start there on the pole. Trevor Guru there in second. Sam Bachman third. Mike Brewer there in fourth with William Watson there fifth. Working there in sixth is Brian Dickens with starting there in seventh. And in car number 79 is Dean Reynolds. Scott Riome in car number 444 will start in eighth tonight. Jeff Barker in 9th, Bob the Good there in 10th, Mike Weeda there in 11th. Stephen Bixler will start 12th tonight. Starting there in 13th, that's going to be Kurt Satzer, David Tormansky there 14th. Brandon Templeton there in 15th with Clay Christopherson finishing out the field there in 16th. We're set to go and go racing once again here as these drivers head off here for the start. Working there off the corner number 4. Getting ready here. One more lap to green. Green flags out. Here we go. Lap starting here in the corner number 1. Side by side, they roll on through here. Dean Reynolds back there in that 79 machine trying to work his way up there towards the front. Watson sitting there in third down there on the bottom side. Dean's getting there to the back bumper of them as they work there off the corner. That top side we saw prevail before in the start. Looks like Grundy or Templeton is having issues there. Grundy, not sure where. He probably didn't take he did not start here tonight. As we head on down here out of corner number 4. Templeton, not sure what happened there. If he missed the start, somebody, we have problem. Well, no, we don't have problem. Thought maybe we did. Mike Weeda there in 10th. Jeff Barger now in 10th. And Weeda's getting around on the outside, working here off of 4. We got Sam Bachman there in 2nd. Templeton as your leader. Something's not right there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure Bachman is the leader. Yeah, there we go. Now it's fixed. Brewer's trying to get up there to battle Bachman. Mike Brewer there in 3rd, and they head on out here. Watson there in 4th, down that back straightaway, in through turn 3 and 4. 26 laps to go here for Thursday Night Thunder here with Coast to Coast Racing League. This is the Wriggle Wraps and Designs Pro Late Model Series as they head on down through the back stretch here in the corner number 3 and 4. Heading up off, there is the 75 of Trevor Guru. Down that front straightaway they go. Mike Brewer there in third, Watson there fourth. Brian Dickens there fifth as they work on down here out of the corner. You see that 444 there of Scott Riome. Dean Reynolds in seventh, Clay Christopherson there in eighth. Mike Wheeler in ninth as they continue on down around. Here they go, off the start-finish line down here in the corner number 1 and 2. And Bachman hangs on there, but got up there a little high. Here comes Guru now. He's going to make a run for it as he goes down underneath of Bachman. Bachman's going to try to crossover coming here out of corner number 4. Down into corner number 1. Bachman slides it in. Can he get it up? He does, but Guru, he sees it. He's going to grow the crossover. Down there through the back straightaway, down into corner number 3. Watson watching all this happening. And they're in position number 3, and behind him, Mike Brewer in at number 39, watching all this take place along with, you got the 122 there of Brian Dickens. Dickens had to check up a little bit. Bachman falls back a little bit there as Guru gets back around him. Watson now there on the bottom side. Yellow flag is out. Try to see if we can find out where that issue is. And I don't see it here. Not sure what the caution is for. I don't see nothing. All right, see the 7 back there. There's the 75. Try to see if we see anything here on the track. But caution flag comes out, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not seeing anything. They seem to come out, caution flag then waves. And yeah, I'm unsure exactly what that was for. So we'll get them stacked back up here with 21 laps to go. Trevor Guru, your leader. 007 to Sam Bachman out on the outside. Nate Driver doing a great job here tonight, trying to hang it out there and do what they need to. They're side by side. Green flagging out down through the front straightaway. Here they go. You got that 007 of Sam Bachman there in second. Now back to third as Watson gets around him down there on the bottom side. Watson had a second place finish both series here tonight that started tonight. Both big block series, the 358s and the big block. They work down here through the back straightaway. Watson looking for the lead down there on the bottom side of Guru. As Guru's up there on the top side, look out, coming there off the bottom side. There's that 007 of Sam Bachman. Down there on the bottom side, there's that 390 Mike Brewer working there off the corner. William Watson up there to the top side. The 007 there is Sam Bachman down there on the bottom. Caution flag back out, trying to figure out where this one is. That one bobbed the good, possibly. So you see him there off the start. That's the 33. You see he had trouble there on the coming there off of turn 4. He's battling there beside Dean Reynolds. Gets caught there with the 4 Riom. Tries to get it straightened out. Then gets picked up there by the 33. Or 313 rather, David Tomansky. Ends up in the top of the wall there. Trevor Guru out there in second now as Watson has the lead. Up off the corner, William Watson there as your second place driver. Trevor Guru there in second. Pace car rolls off. We're getting back. Green flag racing here at Volusia with the Pro Late models down here in the corner number 1. William Watson gets a great stump out there into the lead. Trevor Guru getting that top side, working once again as he rolls down through the back straightaway. In the corner number 3 and 4. Sam Bachman back there in third. Brewer back in fourth. Christopherson rounding out your top 5 down there on the inside. Christopherson didn't have quite the heat race he was wanting. He's up to 11 spots from where he started as he's down there on the inside trying to make that car stick. As they work there off the corner. In the corner number 1 they go after coming across the stripe. 15 laps to go. As they head back out onto the backstretch. Trevor Guru out there in front in second right now. Down through turns 1 and 2 they go. As they work out through the front stretch, William Watson out there in front. Trevor Guru there in second. Sam Bachman there third. Clay Christopherson in fourth as they roll off the corner. Dean Reynolds and Brian Dickens battling for fifth as they work down there off the start-finish line in the corner number 1. Brewer is there as well on the outside. They stack up coming off of turn 2. Many cars everywhere. Everybody's checking up trying to get through there. And it looks like we got one up into the outside fence. That's Tormansky. Somebody else was there as well. I'm not sure who that was as caution comes out. Brandon Templeton possibly. As he Templeton up there on the high side, you'll see everybody just checking up there through the middle of the pack. Coming up here, Templeton trying to check up there and then gets hit from behind. And then up into the outside wall. So there's a second car there involved. I don't know who it was. We got Joseph Grundy out. I'm not sure who that other car was, though. That's the kicker. Something picked the 31 up. So unsure exactly what happened. I don't know. There's a ghost car out there tonight at Volusia. I don't know. But to me, it certainly looked like something picked the rear end of that car up. There we go, single file here as there's 10 laps to go. Thank you all for tuning in to Coast to Coast Racing Network. Watching this broadcast here tonight. We got the Pro Late models here this Thursday night. Thunder from the Coast to Coast Racing League. This is the Regal Wraps and Designs Dirt Pro Late models. William Watson, your leader at the moment. Lights still on that pace machine. There they come here out of the corner number 4. Coming around to the front straightaway. Down through corner number 2. 9 laps to go. Watson out front. Guru, their second. Battle for third. There with Watson. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Christopherson and Bachman. Watson out front. As you see there, Christopherson trying to work his way up there to the 75 of Guru. Now they work through turn 3 and 4. Back here in the start-finish line down here in the corner number 1. Up there to the top side. Watson, Trevor Guru, there second. Clay Christopherson trying to hang on to second now as Guru brings it back up there on the top side. Here comes Christopherson down here on the low side. That low side starting to get some grip to it there as the top side wears off. As you see him coming down there in the corner number 1 and 2. Watson goes high through 1 and 2. He's probably going to go low through 3 and 4. Down here through the bottom. Trying to keep himself out there in front as Christopherson has found something there. Working down there on the bottom as well is Jeff Barker. He's back there in 6th, working underneath Dean Reynolds. Reynolds is there in 7th right now. Now they're getting underneath of Brian Dickens, who's in 5th. As they work there off turn number 4, 5 to go. Watson out front, Christopherson there 3rd. As you see them all coming down through in the corner number 1 and 2. Dickens there in 5th, Jeff Barker there 6th. Down through the back straightaway here at Volusia in the corner number 4. Watson coming off, Christopherson and company there behind him. We see that 513 up Barker down there on the inside. Jeff's trying to get around Dickens and does so. Gets himself up there in the 5th right now. We're going down out of here as Dickens tries to hang on out there on the high side. It looks like Christopherson has found something there on the bottom side. Showed it there to Guru. Guru's now running that bottom side as well. Way down there below the slick. We got somebody up into the fence back there. Not sure who that might have been. Get it straightened out and back straight again. Final lap for William Watson as he comes down there through turn 3 and 4. Coming off. He's going to get the win here. Who's it going to be for second? Oh, look at this battle. It's going to be too close for me to tell. We're looking there at the time. It's going to be Christopherson getting second with Guru in 3rd. Great battle there for 2nd and 3rd between Christopherson and Guru. Watson getting the win here in the big blocks here tonight. Your results for the feature Pro Late models. It's going to look like this. Watson getting the win. Christopherson there in 2nd. Guru 3rd. Barker there 4th. Brian Dickens there 5th. Dean Reynolds there 6th. Kurt Schatzer there 7th. Mike Brewer there 8th. Sam Bachman in 9th. Scott Riome in 10th. Bob DeGood there in 11th. Mike Weeda there 12th. Stephen Bixler there 13th. David Tromansky there in 14th. Brandon Templeton there 15th. Joseph Grundy there in 16th. All right, here we go. Getting with our winners here tonight. Getting back into the field of things here. As we heard, they took a week off. Now, here we go. 3rd place. That's going to go to Trevor Guru. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, you?
It's going well. Been a lot of great action here tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. It was, back-to-back races here now where it's a good battle for the lead. It was, it's a good track. It was fun.
Well, you came out 3rd. I know you gave it your all there at the end to try to get around Christopherson, just maybe a splitter or a nose short.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of put it in the mud on the bottom and tried to get him at the line, but just came up maybe a couple inches short or something. I don't know. I'd have to go watch it. It was a fun race, though. I mean, the bottom was there, man. It was. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be down there. I was kind of just running my line up top, hoping the bottom would go away eventually, but it never did. And from my experience here, it kind of normally does eventually. But I think maybe that's just part of some updating they did or whatever. But yeah, man, it was fun. It was, the top in 1 and 2 was still there, and I mean, it was kind of a 2-lane racetrack if you ask me. I mean, it was that was some good racing.
Oh, most definitely was, and you guys always can seem to find that as you run here, at these Thursday night thunders and throughout the week, coast to coast. I mean, you put on such a great show every night, it seems.
I mean, we appreciate it. It's cool to have this stuff broadcasted for that reason exactly. You go and put a show on for the people who are watching, and then for yourself and for people like me, I like going back and watching it. So, that's what it's all about for me. Come out here and do your best, race clean, and put on a good show and make it entertaining.
Well, great job. You got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody want to thank for getting third tonight?
Yeah, just all the guys at FTM. I mean, swept the pro lates here tonight, 1, 2, 3. So props to all these guys, man, and Sam and Dean and all the other guys on good runs. Just want to give a shout out to Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series, Big Tim Race Wraps. Everyone at C2C who puts this stuff on and keeps it going for us every season. It's fun running here, man, and thank you to all the sponsors for keeping this stuff going and broadcasted for us. Everyone involved, all the sponsors, everyone on this car for coming on board again for another season, and hopefully we can park you in victory lane here this season.
Alrighty, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to join you guys in the big blocks down on track, as I heard there is a second broadcaster on Thursday, but we'll see how it plays out. And great racing all the way around tonight. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, it was super fun. Looking forward to next week.
All right, we look forward to next week as well. Now with Trevor Guru, our third place finisher. Now we'll get with Clay Christopherson, second place. Good evening there, Clay. How's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
It's going well. How's second place, Phil? I know you had to hold off Guru there and did it just by a nose.
Yeah, he got the bottom, and I had to run a little bit of lane above, which if I were to mess up in the corner, that's kind of where I was running anyway. So yeah, that was pretty fun at the end there.
Well, I mean, great job. How did you think the track felt otherwise?
It was pretty bottom dominant. Not much. I mean, middle was kind of there. Middle, I think I got by a couple cars in the middle. It had decent drive, but if you hit the bottom perfect, the bottom was a rocket ship.
I know some drivers, they were making that top side work.
Yeah, I didn't even see up there. I mean, that's when you're running the bottom that low, you really can't even see to the right of you until exit of the corner. So I didn't know if they were running middle by the track. I thought maybe they were running middle, but yeah, I know the middle was fast, and I guess the top was pretty quick too then.
Well, great job. You got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that second place tonight?
Yeah, Coast to Coast for putting us on, all the guys at FTM, and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
All right, well, great job tonight there, Clay, and can't wait to see if you can keep this momentum rolling next week.
Thank you, sir.
Now we'll get with our winner, William Watson.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot there, William. How's it going?
Better now.
Well, you punched it through here finally.
Yeah.
You got 2 seconds tonight and then got the Pro Late Model win. You look like you have the skill set to possibly do a sweep one night. You just haven't pulled it off quite yet from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been the best track for me to do it. Either here or Knoxville is going to be the best track to do it. I do a lot of tuning and setting up the cars on this track specifically. So, I mean, I've had a lot of laps on here, so. But it was a great race. The car was sticking down bottom, and then I went to the top 1 and 2 because I wanted to save the bottom 1 and 2 for a little later in the race. And when I got up there, it was sticking up there. I was like, well, I guess it really doesn't matter where it goes. And I hated that caution came out right there. You was about to have a show. Me, Sam, and Trevor was 3 wide coming out of 4, and that caution came out. I was like, we was all like, come on, man. Like, that was about to be good. But it's still a good race all around.
Well, we still had a show for second place.
Yeah, I mean, you was about to have a 3-car battle for first right there, that midway through the race.
I mean, you guys definitely put on quite a show and always do, and can't appreciate having a car count enough. I mean, great job. You guys did great tonight. Track looked like it wore in pretty well for you guys. Both top and bottom was very racy from what I'm hearing from the other drivers.
Yeah, the track actually surprised me because I mean, yeah, in the heat races, we was running middle, but I don't feel like unless they were all doing that back there in the back, running the middle, it wore in a lot right there in the middle, and I've never touched it like, at all. So I don't know, it was a little weird, but I mean, I'll take the top and the bottom all day.
Yeah, there was quite a few drivers running the middle, about mid to back of the pack. They were running the middle of the track. And I know Christopherson said he was running bottom to mid.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, like I would look up every now and then, come out of the corner at that mirror, and just see, what everybody was doing. And everybody that I saw was either against the wall on the bottom or against the wall on the top. And that's what I'm saying. I was like, I didn't see anybody in the middle, so I guess they're just out of my view.
Yeah, it must have been out of your view because, like I said, on the broadcast, we were definitely seeing them there in the middle. We had quite the race going on all over the place. I mean, there was action everywhere. So, great job. I can't wait to see what next week brings with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. Last season, I missed 2 races. It was still able to pull off the big blocks and late models, so I'm not missing any this year or this season as best I can. So I want to see how it does this year for the season.
Alrighty, well, congrats, and you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that win?
Yeah, teammates at FDM, Long Speed Shop, Duper Performance, Gripx.com, Demon Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphics for the wraps, Coast to Coast, Duper Performance, Taggy TV, and like, as always, you coming out here and broadcasting for us. We really appreciate it.
Alrighty, thank you so much, and we'll look forward to see what next week brings, and hopefully we can carry this momentum throughout the season.
Hope so. Appreciate it.
All right, have yourself a great night there.
Good luck.
All right, so from Victory Lane, William Watson, your race winner here tonight, getting it done in the Pro Late Models. Clay Christopherson doing a great job coming up through the field after a bad start in the heat. Brings himself up in the second. Guru finishes third tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We can't wait to see what the rest of the season will bring to us. So you have yourselves a great night and enjoy the racing over here at Coast to Coast Racing Network, along with over at Pager Farm TV. Have a great night. We'll catch you next week.